going. Okay, it's going. All right, guys. I don't know if you watched my videos last night. They were pretty rough. But we barbecued our pork chops and saw that, and I didn't find any alligators. Sorry, we'll keep our eye out for them though, because this is Florida, and the name of the park is called Quiet Waters, and it's one of the best county. I'm sure it's a county park. It's probably Broward County, but that's the name of the park, Quiet Waters, and it's Deerfield Beach. I don't know if you've watched the videos I made last night. Oh my God, that was hysterical, man. It was, man. And I want to put this out there again about how the Deerfield Police Department, they were on top of it. They really were. I give kudos to them. It's I don't know if I got to put a percentage on it. 50% of the time, when I have interactions with police, it doesn't go well. But 50% of the time it does, and last night it did. And Deerfield, they were very professional. They stood up for me, and I appreciate that. I truly do. Nobody likes getting those torture cuffs. You're going to, and they bash your head into the hood of their car and quit resisting. I'm not resisting. Ow, ow, ow. And then you're saying ow, and they're still beating your face into something. But these guys didn't do that, and I appreciate that. I truly do. I didn't want to have to call my boss, hey, come bail me out. I didn't have to do that. They were very professional, and I'm sure that initial. I don't even know if this guy was a cop or not. He had a mask on his face, and I wouldn't put it past this guy, trying to steal an airplane and flying it into a building, Anyway, we didn't head out last night. The one police officer, I got outside the gate, and I left. The park was closing, and and I packed up my stuff and I went. And the one police officer, he saw me. And he rolled up on me, and he's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he's like, "Here, man, here's some." And he didn't just give me water. He gave me some water, and he actually gave me some peanuts and this nutrition bar and this little chicken salad thing. It was probably his lunch. He gave me his lunch. So bless your heart, sir. Bless your heart for that. I appreciate that. I was kind of already stuffed full of pork chops, but I ate your lunch for breakfast. I did. And it was really good too. You must have a good wife. You must have a good wife. And so I appreciate that. And I'll always have your back. I will. I also know when I was going back, I was watching the video this morning, to watch what I had recorded. And it wasn't the Fourth Amendment I was standing up for; it was the Fifth. So but I was in the heat of battle there, and sometimes your brain goes sideways. But I was in the heat of battle. But it was the Fifth Amendment that I was standing up for. That I don't have to give any information. I don't, and nobody does. This whole stop an ID, thing is, there is no such thing as stop an ID. They have to have, the government has to have a reasonable cause, reasonable suspicion, or you've already committed a crime or suspected a crime, or you don't have to give them your ID. You don't. That's one of your rights, and if we don't stick up for them, we'll lose them. So stick up for your rights, stick up for them, or otherwise, we might as well all live in Russia, That's why them Ukrainians are fighting so hard, you know. And I don't know if the Ukrainians are right or wrong. I don't know if Russia's right or wrong. I'm sticking up for the Ukrainians because half my blood is Ukrainian. So, you know, I'm sticking up for those guys. You know, I don't know what to say. We didn't, you know, we're not in Miami. I'm right across the street from that park. I went out the gate and I found a little patch of woods there and I made me a campground and I camped out for the night, get my rest. I'd worked hard all week, I did. And, you know, I just hunkered down. And, but, you know, now it's morning time and I ate the food that the officer gave me, and bless his heart and his family. You know, stay safe, sir, stay safe. You know, I hate your lunch for breakfast, man. It's good too. I love ranch dressing. I do. I love ranch dressing. And chicken too. I don't really have too many teeth to eat the peanuts, but I did the best I could. And it's going to give me energy we're going to Miami. I've kind of pinpointed my location and how the best way to get there, and I believe it's called Wynwood that we're going to. And it's not real far. And the weather seems to be pretty good. I put an app on the phone that Mr. Alexander, you know, suggested to me, and I think we're going to be okay as far as storms go. We're going to be okay that way. We're not going to get, you know, we're not going to ride into a hurricane or anything. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get to Wynwood, man. You know, give me a little while, but I'll get there. It's not that far. I'm gonna finish the breakfast that gentleman gave me last night, and you know, and then we'll go. I just want to let you all know that, you know, I'm still alive and kicking. And the name of the park is called Quiet Waters, not Snyder Park. It's called Quiet Waters. When I get back, you know, we'll find Snyder Park, and we'll go over there and take a video of that, you know, and show you what it's all about there. You know, that's kind of how I live. You know, I find these parks, and you know, I just camp out in them, you know, and I can get away with it. And last night I didn't get away with it. I did good. They're like, you trespassed, you know. They're like, yeah, you can't trespass me from a public place. It belongs to all of us, you know. It belongs to all of us. So, anyway, all right, guys. I'm gonna start heading south and going to Miami. And you know, if I see something cool along the way, I'll take a video of that. And it's going to be exciting now. I know the last week or so, my videos have not been too exciting, but there really hasn't, you know, been a whole lot to say. I've spent my time, you know, trying to earn money so I can keep this YouTube channel alive until YouTube actually pays me, which I don't think they're going to do, man. I don't think YouTube likes me. They sent me a note. Message, whatever you call it. Your content's not for kids. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I know that, you know. And you know, if that happens, you know, if they don't like me well enough on YouTube, we'll go somewhere else. We will, you know. It's, you know, YouTube does not own the world. They don't. They think they do, but they don't. It only takes 3% of us to own the world. George Washington, during the American Revolution, only 3% of the population fought that war. And look what we have now. You know, look what we have now. It was only 3%, and it was over a 2% tax hike that they said, "F you," you know. We're not taking it, and they sunk all those ships in Boston Harbor that they were hauling the tea, because they all liked to drink tea back then. And you know, they sunk them into Boston Harbor. You know, and it was only 3% of the population that did that. So, you government, you better watch out for those 3%, because that's all it takes. And I bet you could be done with just 1 or 2%. I bet you it could be done, you know, to keep us free. That's all it takes, you know. like I said last night, you'd be surprised what I could do with a can of mosquito spray. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm just letting you know I'm still alive and kicking. We are heading to Miami now. I had a good night's rest. I did get some good sleep last night. I found this pine tree. I love pine trees, because they shed those needles. They shed the needles, and it makes the ground very soft. And when you lay down on it, it's every bit as good as a feather pillow. Alright, guys. I'll see you in a little while. I'm going to make a bunch of videos this time. For the next 3 days, anyway. I have to go back to that place without roof on Monday. But that's okay, we're going to do it. But for the next few days here, we're going to have some fun. You and me, we're going to have some fun. All right, I'll call you in a little bit.